This Could Get Dicey is an imperfect Dungeons & Dragons game, played imperfectly. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Hello, and welcome to This Could Get Dicey, a D&D podcast where a group of buds get to unwind from their 9-to-5s and step into the world of Drew Gala. My name is Destiny Nieto, I play Lü'mis Bjorn, and before things get a little too dicey, I just like to say it's a beautiful day to win a board game against two people that are very competitive when it comes to board games.
What board game? Or do we guess? Are we guessing the board
we
game?
Guess
You gotta
it.
guess.
You know how we do it.
Was it
Azul.
Monopoly?
No. And no.
I said Azul. Said no. Okay.
Candyland.
No.
Pretty Princess.
What is that?
You've never heard of has no one else heard of that?
That's a game you made up in your mind.
I did not. I didn't like this game because I wasn't a princess type. But I forgot the
Becky's not like
I am
other
not
girls.
a princess. I am a knight type. No, it's like, I forgot the format of it, but there's like a bucket of like jewelry or like crowns and stuff, and then you say like pretty princess, and I'm gonna look this up right now because now I'm feeling like I'm having a fever dream.
This is like when Destiny was trying to explain My Cousin Skeeter, the show, to us, and I had to look it up to make sure it was real.
Oh yeah, this is a real game. Dress up board game on Amazon. The fun jewelry dress-up game, Be the First to Collect All the Priceless Gems, includes a crown, mirror, and 21 pieces of precious jewels. I don't know the plot. You probably go like, pretty princess, and then put it... Just probably...
Destiny, what game did you win?
I should have said card game, because it's technically a card game, not a board
Oh,
game.
you tricked us.
I kind of tricked y'all. Sorry, I didn't want you to get it right. Love Letter?
Never heard of it.
This is a game you made up in your head.
No, it's a real game. I won it.
Congratulations. That's a very good feeling.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was a great. I'll bring it next time we all hang out in person. It's very easy to pick up, very quick. You do like, I think the first to win 5 rounds wins. I'm really bad at explaining games, and I don't want to waste people's time me explaining the game. Everyone look it up. I promise it's real.
Destiny, that's a very heroic thing to say.
Why am I a hero?
Oh, because you're willing to say explaining board game rules is really hard, and like no one should try to do it.
Yeah, it goes firefighters, nurses, Destiny, teachers.
It's like, where's the rest of the list? What I was going to say is I'm trying to think of more 90s board games that you guys can gaslight me into thinking that they don't exist. But did you guys play like Mousetrap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
Mousetrap.
I actually played that
that
last
one's
week.
A real game.
Okay. And like Chutes and Ladders?
I play
Yes.
Chutes and Ladders with my 4-year-old.
Okay. What about like, there was one called like Cootie Crawlers?
So that one's fake.
Well, here we go.
It's not
You're
real.
making things up in your mind again, Becky.
Is that the one where it's like a caterpillar on the box?
Yes. But I
Okay,
don't
yeah.
remember what it was called. Cootie, was it just Cootie Catchers board game?
Do you remember that commercial that was like, it's like you lit liquor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that?
Because
Okay,
it was
apparently-
they say something cootie before that. The line
I
before
see.
that is like you something, can't remember. Sorry.
It's just called Cootie.
Ew.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And you have little caterpillars, and your goal is to like get them all the legs, I think, if I remember right, and like build your caterpillar.
Wow.
I just immediately went to a southern mother saying like, "Get your hands out of your cootie! Get your hands out of there!"
Anyways,
Anyway, my name is Alex. My name is Alex Garral. I play Ellis Vindove, and it's a beautiful day. to honk your car horn at somebody.
Let's guess
Y'all
why.
like What?
Why? Let's guess why you did it.
Sure.
I make liberal use of my car horn. It could be for anything. A bad bumper sticker.
They
Do
cut
you
you
look at
off.
people for bumper stickers?
That's me.
What'd you say, Destiny?
They cut you off.
No, that wasn't this one.
They wouldn't move at a stop, or like the light was green and they wouldn't move.
No, lately I've just been honking at pedestrians. I a couple days ago I left for work, and I am very pro jaywalking in like areas where cars are generally moving at a slower pace. So like downtown metropolitan areas, cars are already moving kind of slow because of traffic and stuff. So like fucking jaywalk. College campuses, jaywalk. On a pretty busy road where cars are driving very, very fast, like we left for work, it was very earlier in the morning, and there was a runner who ran across the road, and I saw them, and I was like, okay, cool, let me slow down. And mid, like, crossing the street, they slowed down to a walk to, like, wave at another runner that they knew, and I had to, like, slam on my brakes to be like, I was already preparing for you, but you just, like, stopped. And so, I honked on my horn, and that scared him. And then today there was a dude on a Lime scooter that was just like, I'm going now to cross the street. And I had to like slam on my brakes, and I honked him this morning. He looked at me like, "What?" But there's something about I love just that you hit it real hard.
It's a lot of power. It's a lot of power.
I love honking my horn.
When I do it, I feel everyone makes fun of me because I don't like slam it. I just kind of like give a little beep, and they're like, "No one heard that." I'm like, it doesn't matter how hard you push it; it's gonna be the same sound.
Yeah.
It's not about how hard you press it. It's about the duration.
The duration.
Yeah. Like, sometimes, oh man, when you like hold it and you know that you've gotten the message across, but then you hold it for an extra 3 seconds just to be like, stupid, dumbass. Oh, I love it.
It's your fault. I put this sound in the world.
I think this is male privilege. I think if I did that, I'd be really scared that some scary man in the car in front of me that I'm honking at would come out and like.
Oh, I'm
true.
always kind of scared that somebody's gonna get out of their car and be like, "I'm gonna kill you now." Like,
I think it is male privilege. I have like an unreasonable confidence that if anyone tried to like best me in a physical fight, that I'd be fine, even though I've never fought anyone in my life.
One time, this was like 20 years ago. Well, we went to like a restaurant here in Austin with my family and like my extended family. And my like uncle stole like a parking spot from this guy, and the guy got out of the car, ripped off his shirt, and started like yelling at my uncle to fight him in the parking lot. And my uncle was like, "What the fuck?"
Wow.
Anyways, I'll never forget that.
Wow.
Like, imagine being that mad about parking spots.
Now he can't go in the restaurant. He doesn't have a shirt on.
Yeah, really.
Kenny, this is a question that's going around for guys.
Okay.
If you were on a plane and the pilot had a heart attack and fucking died, and somebody's like, "We need somebody to land this plane," do you feel confidently that you could be like, "Yeah, I could do it"?
Do I feel like I could land the plane?
Yeah.
Not without help.
There is a like astounding number of men that are just like, "Oh, I could fucking land this plane." Like, oh yeah,
It's wild.
You're talking about like a 737 go in the cockpit and take over as a pilot and land the plane.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Do you think that, Alex?
I would kill everybody instantly. I would probably raise my hand and be like, "I'll take a look." And as I said that, the plane would just automatically nosedive, and I'd be like, "I'm sorry." It would be my fault, no matter what. I would absolutely decimate that
I think
plane.
Becky could land a plane.
Oh, let's not put that on me. Let's not. I think I could. No, I don't. I'm a hobby connoisseur, but I do pretty well at the NASA simulations.
I think it all goes back to that one fucking story of that one kid who just played flight simulator games, and that situation happened to him, and he raised his hand and he was like, "I think I can do it," because he actually played like not just like Battlefront. He like played flight simulator games and managed to land the plane. And now every guy is just like, well, I can do it too. I play games.
Is that the same as that movie that's coming out?
I was about to say that. I was like, this is the plot of Gran Turismo.
Gran Torino, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which,
Gran
thank you.
Turismo.
Tonight's sponsor is Gran Turismo.
Gran Turino's a
See
different
it in
movie.
theaters.
That's a
with
different
old
movie
Orlando
entirely.
Bloom.
Hi everyone, I'm Kenny Chilton and I'm playing Emil Mazak. And it's a beautiful day to be in a swimming pool.
Yes.
Correct.
Especially right now.
Yeah, and just like being in a body of water and surrendering your feeling of gravity to, forces outside your control. It's a good feeling.
This game.
I thought just because it was so hot outside, it feels good to be in water.
I mean, that's good. That's good. But I like feeling like my body is no longer under the constraints of 9.8 meters per second squared.
Do you like? I like going to the deep end of the pool and just like sinking to the bottom.
No.
And just like sitting there.
No.
Yeah, you know how like they train you. You ever take swim lessons and they train you how to float? So I've never been able to float. My legs literally just take me all the way to the bottom of a pool, and like standing up, like my natural state in water is that I sink all the way to the bottom and stand on the bottom, and I love that feeling.
One of my favorite things to do as a kid, I had a pool in my backyard. Well, first of all, swimming in a pool in the rain is like top tier.
Absolutely.
Agree.
Second is taking like outdoor furniture and putting it in the pool and then sitting in it. And my dad hated that we did that. He's like, get the chairs out of there, but
Like a plastic lawn chair and sitting in it in a pool?
yeah,
That sounds fucking cool as hell.
it was like kind of nicer furniture than that, but it's clean. You put it in chlorine, it's cleaner
Absolutely.
now.
That's true.
That
That's
sounds
true.
dope. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, that's fun. Hi, I'm Becky Schmader. I'm the game master for This Could Get Dicey. And it's a beautiful day to listen to the Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack.
We've got to move on. We've got to move on, Becky.
No.
Do they have
No.
like a sexy song, like a sex theme?
Yeah, is there a sex song?
No.
Is there a song you would smash to on the Baldur's Gate sound?
Yes.
Yes. But there's not a sexy one.
They're different. Yeah. Yes.
Different questions, you're right.
What if it was like the beautiful sounds of Baldur's Gate, and then the second you got to a sexy time scene, it was just like D'Angelo, or like some smooth R&B.
Or it's just like the early seasons of Love Island when
I
you
was
heard
gonna ask for it.
everything.
It's the sounds of Baldur's Gate, and then suddenly there's just a lot of like slapping sounds.
Oh god.
Love Island
Hell
season 1
yeah.
UK, everybody.
Woof.
I don't know how it made it to TV. Anyways, Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack, beautiful.
2 episodes in a row, baby.
Let's
Shout out
make
to
it 3
Larry.
next time.
Don't try me. Last we left off, our adventurers went to the academy to give and receive some information from Danielle Stravage. The group plotted with Danielle that there was something fishy about all of this and that there has to be something and someone behind the court's actions. And the person is probably dangerous as they're wanting some weird things. They left that to go to the library where they got some more information about Dreesblood, Nanoxus, and tried to find information about the Era of the Lost. With many different emotions, the Squirrel's Foolies head to the Squirrel's Folly, and that is where we find you all. It is late afternoon, early evening, when you all show back up at the Squirrel's Folly.
I don't know. Should we just to have a quick check-in? I mean, we're gonna meet up with Elizabeth tonight. Are we going to? I don't know. What's strat here?
I think strategy 1 is to ask Alarin to keep the robots hidden. I know that's not going to hold up forever, but maybe just tonight, let's not introduce the fact that we did bring back 3 robots. Just keep that intel from her as long as possible.
But, in terms of our relationship, obviously Danielle thinks it's a good idea for us to kind of get in good with him. I'm still leaning heavily on the whole, I don't want to just, put on a badge and uniform. Try to keep that power play thing going.
Yeah, we should definitely go into it as we'll work with y'all, not for y'all.
Absolutely. Our services are being needed, not the other way around. Like, we don't need their help, they need our help.
Exactly.
Sweet. All right. Everybody hands in. Squirrel's Folly on 3. Ready?
Ready.
No.
Lü'mis, please.
Even if it's just in your head.
No, not just in your head, because we don't know if Lü'mis is actually saying it in his head or not.
Please, Lü'mis.
I'm not gonna put my hands in.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
Oh my gosh. I just want you to put your hand in and say Squirrel's Folly on 3. I have my hand out. Is it?
I put my hand over Lü'mis's hand. At the side.
Over my hand? Wait, what?
Yeah. If your hand is at your side, I put my hand near it.
Oh, so you come to me.
Yes.
Yes. Let's meet there, and I go and I put my hand over Emil's hand over Lü'mis's hand. This isn't the traditional way of doing this. But Squirrel's Follies on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Squirrel's Follies.
Squirrel's Follies. You hear Lauren from the other side of the bar.
Thank you, Lauren. I'd glare at Lü'mis.
Lauren comes over.
Let's get a table. Sorry, let's get a table and sit down.
Lauren shortly comes over with some ales. Okay, so you guys did decide on Squirrel's Follies? I don't know if we talked about it yet.
We did. You said you were going to give us free rooms.
That's right, I did. I did say that, yes. Yes, I did. Excellent. Well, your rooms are here and ready for you all to use. Ale's not free.
Understandable.
Ale's not free.
Yeah, how much?
Oh, I don't know, a gold, and I'll keep it coming all night.
Okay.
I got this one.
Okay. I was about to mark it off, and don't need to do that. Lauren.
Yeah.
So we are going to actually meet here with Elizabeth
Okay.
tonight.
Okay.
We think it's probably best if you keep your new employees probably back a house tonight, maybe on the back line. Just because it might be just a little too soon for Elizabeth to see that a mission that she sent us out on, we took some things from that house and then brought them here, just for safety of you and safety for our collective new friends.
Oh, yeah, we'll keep them in the back, no problem. Yeah, they'll just be back at the house. If that's what you guys think is a good idea, no problem. I will do that.
I know they haven't really worked for a full day yet, but how are they doing?
Oh, they're doing great. They chop things real good. They are great at chopping up things. So tonight's meal is stew. It's a famously chopped dish. Lots of chopping involved. So they chopped up some veggies for stew. But yeah, they're great help. Really helpful. They don't seem to know recipes, so we're figuring that one out a little bit.
Yeah, it's better if you kind of give it to them in riddle form.
Riddles, okay. I could figure that out. I think we could figure that out. Okay. Riddles. Cool.
Hey, Elizabeth comes, you said, once a week here, right?
Yeah, give or take, yeah.
She's never, caused trouble in here before, has she?
No. They leave me alone, I leave them alone, that kind of thing,
Okay, that's good
people trust this establishment, I'll have you know. This is like a community staple, People don't mess with me or the Squirrel's Folly.
Yeah, but people haven't, disappeared after meeting with her here?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, you all enjoy. Let me know if you need anything.
As the Lord leaves us, I'm like, hey, just to kind of keep lines of honesty and communication open, I did a little bit of research on my new friend Denoxus.
And
So he's kind of just really kind of been like, go have fun, go like mess around, be mischievous, and don't be afraid to use your powers. And I haven't been, because they're pretty cool, and they've helped us get out of a lot of sticky situations, i.e. fucking up the court and then fucking up the collector. But I read this fucking like story, like this myth story of this dude who was visited by Nenoxus in a pretty similar way that I was visited by Nenoxus. And it started off being kind of playful and fun, and then it kind of progressively got a little more spookier, like summoning demons and stuff into the world. I'm not really interested in that. But the whole thing about Nenoxus is those, right? Like, remember how y'all couldn't breathe that night? Like, that's his thing. Like, he's like, you like, do this thing, and then you're just like, well, I don't want to do this thing, and he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna choke your friends and kill your family, and I'm just like, oh, and then that's what makes you go like, whoa.
So Nenoxus isn't really giving you a choice.
He didn't really give me a choice to start with. He was gonna hurt you too, and I didn't want that to happen, so I kind of let him do his thing.
That was very kind of you. Thank you for not letting us die.
I mean, that would have sucked. I mean, like, we were also out in the woods, and I would have been left all alone, and with, 2 dead friends, and that just would have not really sat well with me. I'm gonna try to, be as open and honest about, stuff with this as much as possible, but, if you ever see me about to summon a demon to this world, I mean, I guess you have permission to try and be like, hey, cut that out, weirdo.
It seems kind of like a deal that's just kind of gone sour. In my experience, it's the kind of deal I like to just kind of try and back out of. Is that an option?
I have like a strange kind of feeling that it's kind of not an option. I was presented a crossroads, and I took the path that I'm on, and obviously if I took the other path, I probably would have been able to be, free of whatever this dark magic is, but y'all would probably be dead. So I don't really know what's the best and or worst case scenario out of this.
Thank you for disclosing. As far as I can tell, it doesn't seem like you're wanting to release any demons quite yet. So maybe we just ride the abilities you've gotten and keep an eye out and look for maybe someone who can help break this deal for you if that's what you want.
I kind of want to... And this might just be the fact that I kind of made my whole life's purpose like just bullshitting. Is I kind of feel swindled a bit, but I'm not going to deny that these powers are neat. But I'm not really loving the idea that this random Birdman gets to just kind of control my life from now on, and I'm pretty quick with my tongue. There might be a way of leveling with him if I ever find the opportunity, but I'll have to talk to him again, which that's always kind of weird. He's a weird dude.
Yeah, but you get to practice talking to us, and we're pretty weird dudes too, I think. So you're in good company for that.
Yeah, I couldn't get Lü'mis to put their hand in, so I don't think I'm really good to convince like some sort of demigod to like not have me summon demons.
Yeah. Man, that's a good point. Lü'mis, look what you're doing to Ellis' confidence.
Ruining me.
Have a better self-esteem.
Oh, you're right. I haven't thought of that.
Yeah,
let me turn it on really quick. Be better. You sound like my dad. I want another beer.
Lauren brings over another beer, and shortly afterwards, Elizabeth comes in and sits down, on the other side of the bar from you all at a table by herself. She says hi to Lauren and gets an ale, and I don't know if you all go over there or not.
She sits at a table by herself, even though we're here already.
Yeah. She doesn't know if you guys are meeting with her or not. She's just there.
What should we do? Should we? I whisper, I'm like, what should we do? Should we like make eye contact with her, or should we go over there, or should we wait for her to come to us?
We should definitely wait for her to come to us, or have her
Kenny,
come
this
here.
is why I did it, so that way there was options for you all to play it out.
Lü'mis, do that cool thing where you just slide out one of the chairs at the table, like with your foot under the table. But you should do it. I think you're the smoothest.
Okay. Lü'mis will, as non-discreet and as cool as possible, will try to make eye contact with Elizabeth, and then once that eye contact happens, we'll do the cool pull out the chair with my foot thing.
Okay, simple enough to make eye contact. It's not super crowded yet. It's, pretty, she knows you're there. Y'all know she's there. But go ahead and roll a sleight of hand as you try and kick the chair out.
Excellent. 16 plus 6.
Okay, yeah. It's like pretty nice, gentle, like ease out. Elizabeth kind of like chuckles and then just kind of goes back to her ale.
This is super embarrassing for us.
I'm not getting up. Like we was discussed before, she needs us more than we need her.
That's absolutely true. Actually, I think we stick to our guns here. Just stay here.
We should all laugh. Like pretend we're having
into
a
cough. I'm just coughing. I'm willing to die right here at this table. I'm not going fucking anywhere.
My social anxiety is really creeping in really hard. And
stay strong. Where's the guy who talked such a big game and you almost talked us out of dying in a cave once? Can you get it together?
There's a bird inside of me.
You can't just keep saying there's a bird inside of you. Get away with
I'm gonna keep saying there's a bird inside of me.
Yeah,
I go, but then I switch. I'm like, ha ha ha, Emil, you're so funny and charming.
We'll just stay, I think, at the table.
All right. As you all are kind of trying to like put up this facade of like, we're having such a good time over here, and like, ha ha ha, we're not even paying attention to you. Why don't you do a group charisma check?
Hell yeah.
Could be performance too, I guess, if you have any performance.
7.
18.
4.
Elizabeth stays seated at her table. In fact, she's ordered a nice bowl of stew from Lauren. Lauren brings over her stew. She's just sitting there looking out through like the window, kind of not even looking at y'all, enjoying her stew and her ale.
It's kind of funny that she doesn't know that the robots made her that stew.
Is you said Dev Lassier comes here most nights. Is he here tonight?
Roll a perception check.
Very good. 23.
Yeah, you're able to see that like he kind of, while you all were doing this like bit of a performance, you saw that he kind of snuck into his typical quiet little table at the Squirrel's Folly.
Watch this. I write a note to Dev Lassier that says, it's like a little map that shows the table Elizabeth's at, and it says, Dev, the person at this table says they're really interested in you, but they're too shy to approach you. You should approach and try and make conversation. She loves books. And I sign it, The Squirrel's Foolies, and I pass it to Lauren to give to Dev.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
This is fun. I'm just fucking with people now.
I guess
persuasion?
I think persuasion.
15.
15. Okay. Also roll a sleight of hand, actually, too, to see if anybody, like, if Elizabeth notices you doing this.
13.
Alarin is able to kind of sneak the note over to Dev. It's seemingly, Elizabeth's still just kind of, like, eating her stew, not really paying attention to y'all. The note goes to Dev, and he looks at it, kind of looks over at you all, like...
Yeah, you got it, bud. I'm mouthing. Cool.
You got it. Looks behind him to Elizabeth. Like, Elizabeth's not really, like, hiding that she's, like, a Court of Outlaws member. Like, has, like, the green bandana on, but he's like, okay, all right. You see him put the note as, like, a bookmark into his book and, like, carry over to Elizabeth and kind of stands at the side of the table.
Wait, is Dev Lassier a member of the Citrine delegation and I just, like, connected the Court of Outlaws?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Okay, this is, okay. I'm not causing, like, political strife here. All right.
No. Yeah, so he goes over to the side of the table and you see he's trying to have a conversation, and you then see Elizabeth kind of, like, duck her head, like, a little out from the table to look at you all, assuming that you all are the ones who have, like, sent Dev over here.
Looking at anything else but Elizabeth.
Roll a performance check, because I'm sure this is piquing your interest to see if your plot has succeeded or not.
3.
Yeah, you're really like, do. You can definitely tell your eyes keep, like, wandering over there. And she invites, like, seeing this, she invites Dev to sit at her table.
I mean, I was kind of confident in your strategy there, but as it unfolded, I wondered what your end game was.
I was hoping to annoy her so much that she would leave her table and have to come over here, but I think they're making a real connection. We're affecting Dev's career, his love life. Oh, God.
You literally said a few hours ago, are we going to be the type of group that shuns away connections, or are we going to open ourselves up to them? And you instead paired up the biggest nerd we've ever met with the biggest thief we've ever met.
Yeah, it's a real Beauty and the Beast situation over there right now.
Which was the beast?
Great question. You see her even, like, wave Alarin down and, like, ask for, like, 2 more ales, and then she gives you a wink, Emil, from, like, across the room.
She's good. She's really good.
I have something I can try. I would like to use my unnatural charm feat, Becky.
Okay.
So, as an action, I can target one humanoid I can see within 30 feet. If the target can see you, which I'm assuming Elizabeth can,
yes,
it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
Fuck!
God damn it. Lü'mis, what are you doing?
Yeah, like,
face you're making.
Lü'mis is just like doing like sexy eyes towards Elizabeth very awkwardly.
Lü'mis, you're making me uncomfortable.
I don't think they know they were trying to be charmed.
Okay.
It's only if it succeeded, and then once I like stop it. So
okay, roll. Are you trying to be like stealthy while you're doing these eyes, or like are you trying to like use your demeanor to like sell it, or what do you? Yeah,
I think you just be stealth. I feel like it's just a stare that Lü'mis, if it succeeded, would just work, and it's just kind of like, like since it is called an unnatural charm, it's just the person that, if it succeeds, gets charmed, just like, I don't know what is drawing me to this person or why, but I just need to go talk to them, type of thing. So I guess it would be stealth.
Yeah. Roll a stealth check just to see if she notices you're just like rolling your eyebrows and like looking at her from across the room.
Dirty 20.
Okay. She does not seem to notice. Unfazed by this unnatural charm. Her and Deb seem to be having a good old time over there, just enjoying some beers, talking about books, I guess.
All right, child. I think we've tried to, make a big hill with 3 big, shallow grave sites for us to die on top of. But I don't think this is working. I'm just gonna go talk to her.
I'm sitting right here. I'm not fucking going over there.
I'm not going.
So is that what we want to do for the rest of the night? Is just stay here and not talk to her?
So you're telling me that she clearly knows we failed at trying to get her over here. We're trying to have the upper hand.
Yes.
And we're going to go over there and then demand that we're not going to work for you. You're working for us.
Okay. We sit here then for the rest of the night.
Is this what you pictured, Becky?
This is...
You guys have spent 20 minutes playing hardball with this NPC across the room. The evening continues. Dev Lassier eventually calls it a night. Elizabeth has a nightcap and calls it a night. Separately, not together. Dev leaves.
Ooh, but what if together?
No. Elizabeth leaves. Squirrel's Folly. You all are at the Squirrel's Folly. It's midnight.
Okay, we took a big L on this one, team. Big failure.
I don't think so. Again, she needed us more than we need her.
I mean, I will say that our one lead to potentially learning who the benefactor is kind of just walked out the door. And I don't got no more leads no more.
That's true. Maybe we should go camping tonight.
I was thinking the same thing.
But we get free room and board here.
We always go back to the Squirrel's Folly just to leave it.
They can't ever just fucking sleep in a bed. And all because and as I'm saying this, I imagine I'm filling out the receipt and adding tip to it. I'm like, look, all because y'all wanted to play your sad little games. Now we have to go sleep on a big pile of leaves tonight. Come on!
You all go out to your normal campsite outside of Mistfall. You set up. You.
As we're walking there, I do say I'm like, is this really any different than walking to her table?
We have a persona to keep up with now. We can't let people in the Squirrel's Folly, our home base, see us going up to people. People should be coming up to us.
So let's go into the woods.
As we're going into the woods, going to our spot, Lü'mis will start to prep for their nighttime ritual, if you will, of finding a spot near the two, but far enough where, once they complete the ritual, they're not part of the, death circle.
Sure, yes. Yes, you all set up a little camp. Lü'mis goes out into the woods a little ways away and works on their ritual. Do you all take watches tonight?
Yeah, I would like to take turns staying awake so we can intercept any potential visitors.
Okay.
Man, I was just thinking about how much I love podcasts. Man, podcasts are really good. And you know what also I love? This is Alex, by the way, sorry for the interruption or whatever. But whenever I really love a podcast, I love supporting them. I really love rating and reviewing on my preferred podcast app, whether it be Spotify or Overcast or and if you're using Apple, if I was using Apple Podcasts, I would love. It's so fun to write reviews and stuff. It's also really, really fun to follow your favorite podcast on, social media like Instagram or TikTok. This is this specific podcast. We're just talking generally here, but at TCGD Pod, man, it's so fun to see fun content. Cool videos. I mean, you might have just missed a cool giveaway. There's some cool character art. There's some funny videos. It's just really, really fun to support podcasts. I don't even, what am I even talking about anymore? Let's get back to the episode.
So, as you all are setting up camp, Lü'mis goes out and is working on their ritual. You all get a little campfire going, roll out your bedrolls. Lü'mis returns. Who will be on the first watch?
I'll take the first one.
Lü'mis will join Emil.
Okay. Emil and Lü'mis, you take the first watch. Ellis is going to get some honk shoes and me's in. Both of you roll a perception check.
22.
19.
19. Okay. You do get the feeling that perhaps somebody's watching you, but who's to say for sure?
Is it just like we know? Do we get a direction of where?
Just kind of like, it's like an eerie feeling of like, we're out here in the woods, probably someone's watching us. But you have like a good instinct that like, someone's probably watching us.
Even with my superior dark vision of 120 feet, I can't see anyone?
That's correct. Yes, you cannot see anyone.
We're not going fucking anywhere. We're staying right here.
I will camp here for the rest of my life.
I'll live right here in these woods. I'll eat only berries and leaves.
Die, so that's gonna be a long time.
Yeah, that's... I know I'm playing hardball here, but you know, you've got the infinite hardball game going.
It doesn't make sense. Like we can't back down now. Someone's watching us.
Yeah, agreed. Hey, I actually, I'm so glad we're on watch right now and that we have a second to talk, because we haven't talked in a second. I've kind of had a lot of like revelations lately, and we're like 5 or 6 days away from you getting to the reason why you were coming to Mistfall in the first place. How you doing?
I'm good. Nothing has really changed for me.
Nothing.
Nothing. I guess I have 2 new acquaintances that I'm gonna be with for the foreseeable future. But
okay, acquaintances is good. I mean, that works. That works for now, I guess. How long until we're that you can call us something else besides acquaintances?
That's a great question. I don't have an answer for you.
We're at least co-workers.
I mean, I've had better acquaintances than co-workers in my lifetime.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fair. Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm kind of biased because my co-workers are my family.
Yeah,
we haven't had a chance to talk about that yet, but
yeah, that's interesting. It kind of makes sense that why you're so gung-ho about keeping them safe.
Yeah, I don't really like to talk about it, but they're doing a good job. You used to have an acquaintance, or maybe even a friend. You had talked briefly about someone roughly 8 decades ago, I think you said.
Yeah, give or take.
You want to talk about that person at all?
And you see Lü'mis hesitate and look at Emil, and then look at Ellis, who I'm assuming is all cuddled up, honk-shooing away. I guess in the essence of honesty, y'all two have been pretty honest with me. Yeah, they were not necessarily family by blood. Granted, I am a vampire, don't really have blood, but they were family.
Sounds pretty serious.
Probably the closest relationship I've had that I can remember. I remember most of my vampiric life, but before that, fuzzy.
Fuzzy because it was so long ago, or just like it's so literally you can't remember it?
The latter.
Oh, I did not realize that. That's terrible. Are you curious at all about that?
I was at first. Did a lot of searching of where it came from, why I turned this way. but I never found the answers, so I kind of stopped looking.
So if that's not what you're looking for now, what are you looking for?
Answers, I guess, to the meaning of life and how death plays into all of that.
Because you can't die?
Yeah,
Do you want to die?
sometimes.
I imagine that might become more difficult as we become more reliant on you. I mean, if you feel the way about us that I think that we're starting to feel about you. We're reliant on you.
Yeah, you can say that.
Sorry if we make things complicated.
I think that's part of life.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like if life wasn't complicated, it would be a little boring.
I don't know. I miss my boring life a lot. There's all this complication. I mean, I've loved meeting the two of you, and we've had some fun. But I'd really love to be just getting back to my boring life. I miss my books and my desk. I miss my family. I'm sure you miss yours.
Yeah, I miss them.
Mm-hmm.
Is the only reason why you left your boring life, if you will, is just to find answers?
No. Honestly, I don't give a fuck about answers. I want a cure.
Isn't that a type of answer?
I suppose, but honestly, I don't care how I get it, or who supplies it, or what the cure is. I just want a cure.
Makes sense.
Alright, well, wake me up if there's anything else, if she decides to come out of the woods and come talk to us like an adult. And I'll go wake up Ellis and get into my bedroll.
All right. Ellis and Lü'mis, you take the second watch of the night. Go ahead and roll perception checks.
23.
5.
Okay. Lü'mis, I think, a little distracted after your conversation with Emil. You're kind of just pondering things and letting your mind kind of wander away from the camp. Ellis, you see an arrow shoot out from the dark with a piece of paper rolled up on it that goes into the tree.
Okay. Thank you.
You're saying thank you to?
The court just shot an arrow at us as I'm walking towards it, and I pull it from the tree.
Oh.
I open it and I read it.
On it, it says, "We can do this all day. Come to my table at breakfast."
We reply, no, you.
Shoot it back out into the dark. With your 23, you also hear like the crunching of like leaves as someone clearly is like walking away from the camp.
I go, Emil, wake up.
Oh, are they here? Finally, they've come to their senses.
No, they're not here. Elizabeth wants us to meet her for breakfast.
I have an idea.
Not right now. Not like
I know.
She meant like yeah.
No, yeah. Like tomorrow morning for breakfast.
I have a cunning plan.
Kenny, I hope we're thinking the same thing.
I really hope so, because it'd be super fucking funny if we were.
I'm gonna write it down.
Okay, do you want to go stay at the Squirrel's Folly instead of here in the woods then? The cubby sounds nice.
I'm done doing my ritual, so...
I gave up on playing hardball a long time ago, so literally it's y'all's call.
Hey, bud, if everything goes according to plan, there'll only be one place to sit in the Squirrel's Folly in the morning.
Oh, no.
I will say, Emil, you already did a plan tonight. It went terribly. Lü'mis, you did a plan as well. It went terribly. So sure, let's try it a third time.
Third time's
and let's
a
go.
charm.
let's go to the Squirrel's Folly, and Alarin will love it if we get rid of all of her tables.
No. Even better. As we're walking back into the city. So, Lü'mis, I think we're on the same page. We pitched this whole, like, community table thing to Alarin. Put all the tables together into one mega table. Because we joined all the tables up.
Destiny wrote down on a piece of paper, joined all the tables, confirmed it was the same idea.
We put all the tables together. All the chairs around the table. And we sit there for breakfast. She has no choice but to join us.
God. You all head back into Mistfall. Do you acknowledge his plan at all, Ellis?
I think the only thing I say is, yeah, Emil, this makes us look very strong and smart and competent.
Here's what
I'm sure. No. Hold on, really quick. I'm sure Elizabeth, the one of the leaders of the Court of Outlaws, will be don't want to mess with the Squirrel's Follies.
Here's what we're gonna do.
They put all the tables together after sleeping in the woods.
I take out 40 gold. A sack of 40 gold. Here, having heard what Ellis said about 20 gold being like a down payment on a house, I take out 40 gold and a piece of paper. And I write to Alarin. I'm imagining she's asleep. It's like past midnight. I'm going to write to Alarin and leave it like with Usher or Fudge or Cookie Quish. That we want to pay for breakfast for everyone as like the official ambassadors of the Squirrel's Folly. That, you know, we want to provide and let everyone know we're here as kind of like residents of Mistfall at the moment. We're going to put all the tables together. We want you to come and sit with us at breakfast and have camaraderie. And we're going to pay for breakfast. I will leave 40 fucking gold. This has to work.
I want a rebuttal to employ some reason.
Okay.
I think it left. So sure, we're putting the tables together. We're gonna have the whole town come sit in on a secret meeting with the leader of the Court of Outlaws. That sounds great. As I'm like stomping my way into the Squirrel's Folly.
You stomp your way into the Squirrel's Folly, leaving the satchel of gold and note kind of on the bar. You can see one of the robots is like peering out from the doorway, and you beckon him forward to get it. They grab it like, I don't know how to read. I will give to Alarin in morning.
Very good, Usher. You're doing great. They
take it back to the back and go back to hiding. You all, Ellis stomping and leading the way up the tree. You hear people kind of be like, shut up out there. Stop it. Stop stomping.
I honk my horn. I honk my car horn at them.
And you all take the rest of your sleep in your little cubbies in the Squirrel's Folly. You wake up in the morning, coming back down into the main room. 40 gold pieces, sure enough, will create a joined table in the room. All of these tables, I mean, there's a lot of tables. There's circular tables, square tables. They are like hodgepodge put together into like kind of like a big... I imagine you maybe would have drawn a diagram to Alarin. So did you imagine this being like a big like circle, or like kind of joined together to like a big long table, a big square of table? You know, are they all, is there space in the middle?
I was thinking circular because it's like based around a tree, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's a table that you've kind of formed that it wraps a little bit around the tree, around some of the walls a little bit, but they managed to join all the tables together. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for the note and the gold. That's very kind of you that you all want to do that for the community. We got pancakes for everyone this morning, and scrambled eggs, and bacon, and like orange juice. We got the whole spread. That is very kind of you, and we'll put a big smile on everyone's face from both the Squirrel's Folly and the Squirrel's Foolies.
Is Elizabeth here?
No, I haven't seen her yet. I haven't seen her yet.
Great. Let's take the table closest to the door.
You all sit at a table closest to the door. There's like some other people who are like piling in, like, wow, for free breakfast, wow. And they're kind of sitting at this joined table, unsure what to make of it. After, about like a half hour of you all sort of like munching on your breakfast, Elizabeth comes in, sees this act. I will say that. And everyone roll a persuasion check.
Come on, y'all.
With advantage, because this is a classic D&D scheme that deserves at least advantage.
All right.
I rolled exactly what I wanted to roll.
Oh, no.
What did you roll, Ellis?
I rolled a 1 and a 2, so that's a 12.
12, okay.
19.
Okay.
17.
17.
There we go.
Elizabeth sees the situation, sees, sure, you cannot come to her table. She must go to your table, but she doesn't need to go to the table you all are, like, directly sitting at. So she goes to, like, the furthest part of this conjoined table and sits down at it. Kind of, like, from, like, all the way, like, 50 feet across easily, like, kind of, like, raises her hands, sits down, and starts, like, eating her pancakes and eggs and bacon.
I look at Lü'mis, I say, I think we've won. I think we actually won.
Absolutely.
Okay.
She threw up her hands and, like...
Yeah, we should go talk to her.
Yeah, because technically it's still our table.
She's at our table. We won. She's in our place now. This used to be her place to eat. Now this is our place. She came to our restaurant. We own this restaurant.
I think I am already. Ellis is already standing up and is walking towards Elizabeth to be like, "Come on, y'all."
I'll follow Ellis.
You
I'll
all
let Ellis do the talking too.
Do you
Yeah,
all
same.
sit when you get to Elizabeth, or do you like remain? You sit.
Absolutely.
Sit down
I
with-
sit next to her.
Yeah, I sit down. I sit across from her.
You all sit down at these, like, you kind of have to like crawl over the tables and like push them aside to get to like make a nice seat at the table with her. You all sit down with her though. Quite the display you all made. This is quite an outstanding plan to, I suppose, win in our little impasse that we found ourselves in.
I think some of us proved that we could piss so far that you can't even see. How are you this morning, Elizabeth?
I'm quite fine. The breakfast is quite enjoyable. I suppose this is you all's doing as well. That I saw a sign that said, "Provided by the Squirrel's Foolies. Ask them how they can help your community today." So I guess here I am eating your breakfast and asking you to help my community. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, in the roundest about way possible. Yes.
As round as this table is.
It's quite honestly not very round, Lü'mis. It wraps around quite a bit. There's some
It's quite the accurate metaphor, huh? Don't you think about it?
Here we are.
So after all of this, what this 12-hour excursion, I cannot let go of this.
12 hours, 40 minutes
40
of
gold.
a podcast, 40 gold.
This was 40 fucking minutes of this podcast.
Content, baby.
Content. This is good. This is D&D, you know.
The moral. I'm sorry, not the moral. Can't even get my fucking words straight anymore. I guess this is all leading up to this statement that I'm about to tell you right now. We don't think. No. Wait, imagine we're just like, no. We don't think that we are are exactly interested in becoming full-fledged, full-time members of the Court of Outlaws, but we do think that we have shown our strengths and shown that we can be a valuable resource. Now, we are very interested in staying and remaining, God help us, the Squirrel's Follies, and I think adding another name to that might just get a little bit confusing for our branding. But what we can offer you is kind of a continuation of the services that we've already been providing, i.e. more in the, case-by-case contract labor. We seem to have, we outwitted y'all once. We outran y'all, so well that you all decided to give us a mission that we handled pretty flawlessly. And I think we just feel, and again, as you see, there's been a collective sort of hardball playing, and I guess I'm not stopping it. We think that you want us to join your team, and forgive me for being brash, but it kind of seems like the ball's in our court, just a little bit. I'm not trying to offend. I'm not trying to push you away or nothing. Clearly you want us on your team, and I'm not wrong in saying that, right, Elizabeth?
Not at all. I want you on my team. I don't need you on my team, though.
I kind of start nodding my head, like
absolutely, yes,
absolutely. But yes, and that's why I'm not trying to come at this conversation with any, I'm not trying to offend at all. What I'm trying to say is we're not ready to sort of put it on paper that we are full-fledged members of the Court of Outlaws, but we do see this as a door we do not want to watch close. And we feel that we can still lend our services to you. And it might even be beneficial to break up the paper trail a bit. That way a job gets done. It's not directly pointed at the Court of Outlaws. Might be pointed at us.
Roll a persuasion check.
You got it.
I don't care what this dice says. That was really fucking
It's very good. It's very good.
I'm going to use an inspiration point.
Okay.
My inspiration point.
Okay.
And 2 episodes in a row. Natural 20 for a 30.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
That's got to be the highest roll we've had.
Is this the first 30?
I think so.
It might be.
We're getting there.
You're right, Ellis. I want you. I don't need you, though. You've outsmarted us, sure. I think there's a misinterpretation of this last mission that we sent you on. That was a continuation of the deal. You go do this, we would leave you alone. But we don't typically work in contract sort of situations, not regularly at least, and unfortunately we want to end this contract. The next job that I was looking to have you help on is pretty secret, and it's something that requires something a little bit more than words and handshakes, if you will, which is why I invited you all into the Court of Outlaws, sort of inner circle, the fold, if you will. But if you're not willing to take that, then the deal kind of goes away. And that's where I stand.
What does that mean? What does that mean, coming into the inner fold?
I mean, you're talented individuals. We want you to join the Court of Outlaws. Really, it's nothing but good for you all. You get resources and inside knowledge. I guess the downside is that you might be known and marked as a court member, but I'm still sitting here with all my hands and toes and fingers.
In joining the Court of Outlaws, does that still allow us to be our own people, live our own lives? We have not just wants for the Squirrel's Follies, but we all have individual wants and needs, and lives and paths we're trying to follow. I guess my understanding of the court, and this could just be hearsay from my travels, is it's kind of a big deal to claim it, and once you claim it, it's kind of hard to unclaim it. And I don't want to go into too much details, but I've already done my fair share of claiming things in recent days.
I understand the concern and worry, and trust me, as being brought in, there's sort of members of the Court of Outlaws, and then there's sort of that inner circle. And I want you to be part of that inner circle, because I believe you all are talented enough to sit there. And as members of the inner circle, you're not just some chess pieces, you're not just some pawns in our games or anything like that. You are members, full-fledged and with rights and wants and needs. I think that this job I have for you all interests you all. I know enough about you all now to know that it might benefit you all. I need help. It might benefit you all. That's all I can say now until deeper promises are made.
Elizabeth, can we have the table for just a moment?
It's my table, but yes.
Well, it's kind of the whole thing is kind of our table, but...
You came to me? And she gets up and leaves.
Ellis, I've been thinking about what you said about, I don't know how to burn a house down. But I've been thinking about it since you said that, and I think the best way to burn a house down would have to be from the inside, like from the middle. We can put ourselves in this position. I was talking to Lü'mis last night. I don't give a fuck how I get the cure I'm looking for. Whatever you're looking for out here, Ellis, do you really care how you get it? If worse comes to worse, we can burn this house down from the inside.
I know I may come off fairly aloof and have kind of a don't give a fuck attitude, but yes, Emil, I do care. I do care how I get the things that I want, and I call me vain or selfish, but I do care how I am perceived. That being said, I'm not necessarily unwilling to see what Elizabeth has to say, and I know the sort of pathway laid out before us here, but I think my ultimate hunch from last night was correct. If y'all want to die on this hill in thinking that you are smarter than the Court of Outlaws, and that somehow through a couple of missions we kind of just fucking barely skirted by, I know we're trying to act confident, that suddenly this makes us better than one of the most well-renowned criminal organizations on the continent, I think you got another thing coming. I think we put up this big charade. I just gave one of the most persuasive speeches of probably my life. I rolled a goddamn 30 and she didn't budge. I think I basically persuaded her to not get up and walk away.
It may sound different, but I think I'm agreeing with you, Ellis. I think we're not going to outrun this. We might as well run with it, like Daniel said. I look at Lü'mis. I think it could actually kind of be helpful if what she's saying is true. Resources, knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, I was willing to die on that hill, I think. Emil was
me
too.
too. Hey,
yes.
me too. Super table, mega table here is like, I'm into it.
However, I guess my struggle is I don't know what I'm looking for, so I don't know if they'll have it. I'm just kind of along for the ride right now. It seems very beneficial to the two of y'all. I'm honestly, and I know that's not helpful, I'm indifferent.
Lü'mis, damn it. If you take the same ride over and over again, you're never going to find out what you're looking for. Let's take a different ride right now.
Okay.
All right. I think I've earned this, and I put my hand in the middle, and I say, I look at y'all, and I'm not joking around anymore. I'm like dead fucking serious, and I'm like, right now, hands in the middle, squirrels fully on 3, or you'll never fucking see me again.
Hey, I was in there from the beginning.
I look at Lü'mis.
Lü'mis, please.
You'll never see me again.
Lü'mis puts their hands in.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
about.
1, 2, 3. Squirrels fullies. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh god.
I sigh so loud. I sigh so loud as I'm looking at Elizabeth.
Ma'am, would you like some more pancakes?
Yeah, you sigh so loud, Elizabeth comes over. So does that mean that I won?
I look at them too. Okay, okay. Go ahead, Emil, and ruin it.
Elizabeth, it means that we won. The 4 of us. We're in the inner circle.
I'll take that. If you would like to come with me, I'd like to show you our hideout.
That sounds good. Just so you know, the restaurant here really appreciates your feedback. So if you could just let us know how breakfast was, and if you like the super table and the frequency with which you would like to experience that.
I don't know about the super table. It's kind of a lot. I like my private times. I was happy to sit by myself all last night. Happy to have the company of Dev, though. That was very kind of you to give me someone to chat to all night. Breakfast was delicious, but I can't say I'm a big fan of super table.
Dev is a cutie, though, right?
He's
gonna be a professor someday.
Someday, I'm sure. Yes.
Emil's had his eye on Dev since we met him.
I just have an eye for these kind of things. He's gonna be someone.
Let's go.
Yes, to the secret hideout.
To the secret hideout.
Shout out.
You all
Shout it out.
to the secret hideout of the Court of Outlaws. You all leave the Squirrel's Folly. Elizabeth guides you all through the woods outside of Mistfall to the west towards the Meadow Woods. You cross over the western bridge over the Mirror River, then head northward. You're following the river sort of until you run into a small feeder creek of sorts. Following this trickle of water, eventually you all come to a cave entrance. You've traveled for about an hour, kind of hiking through the woods here. The cave entrance isn't too large. The average humanoid is able to walk in without crouching. Elizabeth welcomes you all. It's not much, but welcome to the hideout. She grabs a lit torch from the sconce embedded into the cave wall and leads you all further down the path inside the cave until you come to a fairly large and impressive open room. This cavern stretches easily over 300 feet in length. I have no idea how big that is, but it's very large. I'm learning more and more. I have no spatial size awareness. The ceilings are at least 100 feet high. Columns of stone are sprinkled throughout. Stalactites, stalagmites. They grip from the ceilings and the ground. Drips of water trickle down from the stalactites, creating little puddles of water in the area. There's cracks in the ceiling that allow light to shine through into the cave, and beneath those cracks you can see where plants have been growing for decades at least. From this large room there are small winding paths that lead to different areas, and that is where we'll end with you all inside of the Court of Outlaws hideout.
Good job, everyone. We won D&D.
We did it. We won.
We won. I just imagine Emil the whole walk there. It's just like, I can't believe we fucking won.
It didn't matter what happened. Emil was going to come out on top.
Maybe this could get dicey.
It already is.
Not gonna lie, I really thought Megatable was gonna do it for Elizabeth. I'm gonna be pissed if the court's hideout has their tables set up the same way. Anyways, you can find This Could Get Dicey anywhere podcasts are streamed and on Instagram and TikTok at TCGDpod. If you found our antics enjoyable, it would be absolutely amazing if you could leave us a rating or a review or simply share it with a friend. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for our next episode coming out Wednesday, October 18th.